welcome to the best damn book club on the internet. My name's Ryan Talmadge. That's Davis Crocker. I should probably look up at the camera, considering I'm not just at a table ignoring a camera over there anymore. You can actually see the left side of my face now. This is Two
We
Reading Comics.
do have other sides of our faces.
Yes. Today, episode 155,
Woo-hoo.
Why the Last Man, Volume 7. Getting close to that end.
Jeez.
I have too many things to play with at my desk in my hands that are probably making
dude,
noise.
I hear you. Like I have nothing around me, so like my hands are down here fidgeting with my rings, and it's like,
Really?
okay, yeah.
No, and I'm trying like everything
when we're in front of each other, we can kind of like control each other. Like I usually have my hands on the computer or something.
Which y'all don't see because y'all are on a camera at the end of the table.
Yeah.
We give each other dirty looks at every time, all the time, because we both fidget with our hands and we both make noise all the time.
Whenever the pen got left on the table.
Like I'm a sucker that sit there and just click pens.
Yeah, you got it, and like you were clicking and like going to town and just looked at you like, dude.
Yeah.
You're like, oh shit, and like throw it at the other end of the room.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I've got dice here.
Oh, gee, what do you have dice on your desk?
That's where I build my Pokemon decks, dog.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah. Well,
I knew it wasn't.
And
I knew it wasn't D&D dice.
No, I do have a D20 here. I don't play, but
What do you have a D20?
During the pandemic, Pokemon got really stale. There was like one deck just dominating the entire format. To all my Pokeheads out there, ADP, Arceus, Dialga, Palkia. It basically had it to where you could win the game in like 2 turns.
Oh, Jesus.
So we all got bored and made Magic the Gathering commander decks. And there's a handful of cards that require you to use a D20 in Magic.
I've always wanted to do a D&D campaign. At least once, just to see. But I just feel like I know a lot of people do it online, but like
I could probably get us in. I don't think they're not doing specifically D&D, but they're doing a tabletop role-playing game. But I don't think you could commit to.
See, that's the problem.
They do it like every other Friday.
Yeah, see, and I couldn't commit to every twice.
And you'd have to come to Mountain Brook.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's definitely not something you want to play over, especially a beginner not playing over like this.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't got a fucking clue what I'm doing, so I'd end up like doing something stupid, and everybody just stare at you going, "That can't happen." But
from what I've heard is basically our first times. We both need to play barbarians, or just like brute warriors, because people go there and they get into it, and they're like, no matter what your personality is, you need to play like that play style. Apparently there's a guy in our Poke group that also has a D&D like game thing. One guy was playing like a pirate captain or something. Jeez. But he's kind of like us, not the brightest bulb in the shed.
Yeah.
And so he didn't play it as like a smart, cunning pirate captain. He played it as played it as I'm going to run into the room, kill as many people as possible, and just brute strength everything.
Yeah.
And it just annoyed everybody because they already had like a brute warrior in the clan. Yeah. And
see, that's what I am like. Like in Skyrim, I always pick I picked the archer just because I loved sniping.
Playing sneaky archer is one of the best things in Skyrim.
But then like halfway through the camp, like once you get all the shit to be the sneaker, you just literally just walk in a room with a broadsword, just kill everybody.
Yeah, once your sneak gets to a certain point, like
you can literally
walk right in front of people as long as you're within sneak. You're good.
Yeah. It's great, dude. Yeah. Skyrim was, I think I still have it I got the remastered for the 4.
I did too.
I hadn't played that game in so long.
My dumbass almost bought it for the 5. I was like, do not spend. That would have made like the 3rd time that I bought it.
Yeah, I won't do that. And it's like GTA 5 is that to me right now.
Really?
It's like all the rumors for 6 are coming out. And like I'm seeing people get back into GTA and like running through all the like missions and doing the online shit. I'm like, ooh, maybe I should get it. And that would be it would be my 3rd time buying the game. And it's like, no, just.
And I don't think the price has gone down at all.
Fuck no, it's still like $30 for a game that's 10 plus years old.
Came out on the Xbox 360.
Yeah. And
And
PlayStation
PlayStation
3.
3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
3. It's one of the only games. Well, it's not the only game, but it's only a handful of games that have ever crossed gen. That's still top of
It's
the
on
list.
its third generation.
Yeah, I think like the only other games that beat it's like Tetris and
Yeah.
Mario game. Like that's like the only games that beat it. It's like Mario and Tetris and stuff like that. Ping
Mm-hmm.
pong, um, Pac-Man.
Skyrim now.
Yeah, Skyrim now.
But those are remakes. This isn't. They didn't remake GTA 6.
They still haven't remade GTA. It's still the original game mode with a lot of online. But no, yeah, I've had to keep myself from buying it and Skyrim again. Or well, I've got Skyrim, but it's just like don't do it.
No.
You'll spend 2 hours playing it and go, oh yeah, okay, I'm bored. I've done it.
When's that PlayStation 5 coming in?
Well, I got a little birthday money. Wife's gonna help me split a good chunk up for my present, and
What?
it's not happening soon, but
Oh.
hopefully by the end of the summer it'll be at the house.
Yeah, maybe if your bougie sister would chill out.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Got to go to a wedding venue. Got to go to a hotel that's not even in
It would have already happened at this point, but
Yeah.
I guess congratulations to Davis's sister.
Yes, congratulations. He's a great. He is.
We all hung out in college. At one point, she put a post on social media that said, "I'm gonna miss my two brothers our senior year," and someone didn't get invited to the wedding, so
yeah, it's true.
I wanted to call her out on it.
I forgot that post. Yeah, don't call her.
No.
That shit. Don't.
No,
don't do that shit. But I forgot that she did that post.
Yeah.
But yeah, shit. She lived in our dorm half the damn time.
Yeah.
She was at her place. But either way, so yeah, I got to deal with that new baby. So 5 is a little down the list.
She seems like the person that wouldn't want a kid at her wedding.
Oh,
which
no. So
I've known people that have done that, and it pisses new parents off.
Yeah.
But
so
she seemed like a person that'd be like, no kids at my wedding.
Oh no, she was been fine with it, but we wanted to. So we're going to take him to the reception dinner. He'll be there for that. But for the wedding itself, Bailey's aunt is going to take care of him and babysit him, and so he's not going to the wedding.
Yeah.
And that's fair for our family. My dad, it's my dad's daughter's wedding, so and he would have been playing with a grandchild the whole time, and that's not fair to her. It's not fair to him. So, he'd be 2 months old at a wedding. Everybody would want to be with him, and it's not.
I got to see my I guess she's 5 months old now.
Yeah.
I got to see my 5-month-old niece. Saw the other two terrors. Yeah. Annie was on one today.
Oh, Jesus, really?
Yeah.
Golly.
I was like, you're the only woman in this room that's not a mother. You need to shut the hell up.
Yikes.
And
she's what, 4?
No, if my nephew is 7, then she would be 5. So.
Oh, okay. She's a little older than I thought she was.
Or she might be 6 because my nephew turns 8 in August or July.
So there's that much of an age gap to the littlest one.
Yeah.
So it's back to back, and then.
Oh no, I think it is 7 and 5.
But still, you got a back to back, and then 5 years.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Me and my sister were 5 years apart.
Well, but it was.
And according to my dad,
I was about to say it's only 2 of you, but.
Yeah. According to my dad, I was the most planned one. So.
Even out of your brother.
Well, if you know anything about my family, you can tell my half brother was definitely not planned, especially when he's only a year and a couple months younger than me. So.
Damn, I didn't know he was that close.
Yeah. I'm August 18th, 1994. He is, I guess, would be 96. 96. Yeah.
If he's a year and a half, so it'd be 95, and then August to,
No, he's December.
Wouldn't it be December
he would be,
95?
Yeah, he'd be December 95. That's just crazy because, like, you're 95.
Mm-hmm.
But I picture you as older than him. Maybe it's just that weird.
I am older than him, though. And
but
we would be.
I picture you like a year older than him.
Yeah, but you and I mean, but
I think y'all fall between that weird, like, he would technically be a grade below you.
Yeah, he'd be a grade below both of us.
Well, I was held back 1 year, so I shouldn't even be in your grade.
But you were in my grade, so I
Yeah,
mean, he is a grade younger. But yes, that would fit where like you technically would have been a year ahead,
I would have been class
me,
of
and then yeah,
2012.
yeah, I
You'd be
13, he
2013,
14.
and yeah,
Yeah, that would be the problem. That would be the proper way.
I
And I
think.
could have the way my birthday landed, the way Alabama's somehow Alabama's academic athletic rules is, I could have been held back and still been legal to play my senior year, and I would have
I
been
mean,
like
yeah, I did.
I would have been 19. I think I would have been 19 playing my high school senior year.
I think I was.
No, I would have graduated. I would have graduated at being 19 instead of playing football my senior year at 17. So it'd been a whole year more.
Yeah, I was 19 playing my senior year.
Yeah, because you
Because,
were
I
playing that.
mean, graduated 2013, 2014, I would have been 20.
Yeah, so you
So,
were that in that same situation.
yeah.
Just your holdback was academics, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But what age? I mean, what grade were you when you got held
I
back?
got held back in kindergarten.
Oh, that doesn't. I mean, that
And
doesn't
then the
really
next year
count.
made the transfer to Gardendale and made the president's list or some shit.
See, getting held back in kindergarten to me doesn't really count. That seems
Yeah.
like playing the game of like
I think I
wanting
also,
you like that's playing the game of like you wanting to be like your
I
parents
don't
wanted you
think,
to be 18 playing football.
I don't even think it was that because it
But
was single mom at the time.
yeah,
I think some teacher from some school, and I think I was in Homewood at the time,
yeah,
said he didn't need to, or he was struggling. I'll be honest, I didn't like that school at all.
your kindergarten.
Yeah,
I got told in third grade I was struggling beyond all belief, and I passed. I mean, I made an A in
you
third
also went to
grade.
private school.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Tryhards.
you can call it private school. It ain't great. It wasn't better than most public schools. Which is the better choice of the 6 poorest counties I live near?
Oh,
Fucking South Alabama.
that's because your mom taught there, though.
Not until I was in 7th grade.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but it was the choice of going there, Wilcox High.
Did you have to pay tuition?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, it's kind of part of public school. Except public high school. Public high schools are like, that's a whole different breed of private school. Like our private school was just so we didn't have to go to literally the poorest, dumbest schools in the South. Like Wilcox High School
Mississippi?
has
Mississippi?
South Alabama.
Okay.
Wilcox High School failed every year on getting their academic grades. Greenville High fails. Greenville fails every other year. Miss McKenzie, Georgetown are so fucking small. I think they have 12 students graduate every year.
God
Yeah,
damn.
but there's 3 schools in Butler County, which is fucking stupid.
I couldn't point on a map where Butler County is.
South of Montgomery, middle of bumfuck nowhere in the Black Belt.
Yeah. And yet you came out so white.
Yeah, it's kind of. It's only 2 breeds down there. There's only 2 worlds down there right now.
You could have came out with some more culture, though. That's what I'm saying.
There was no culture. I know what you mean, but
yeah, I know.
BSC was culture shock. Put it that way.
We didn't have a bunch up there either.
But that was culture shock still.
Yeah, true. Shout out to all of our teammates on the football team.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Master my whole groom's party.
Yeah. Awesome. This saves my DMV trip. We've rambled long enough. We can talk about my, I guess not DMV. I had to go to court appointed. I guess not court. It got me out of a ticket. I had to go to a defensive
you
driver's
went to
class.
a court-appointed defensive driving class, so you didn't get the ticket.
And I got so agitated that I started taking notes about people I hated in that classroom. But we can save that for next week.
Jeez.
This week, Why the Last Man, Volume 7. Wait.
Yeah.
6.
7.
No, 7.
7.
Yeah, 7. It fell on the day I was recording or editing 6, so I'm just all over the place.
Yeah, so Volume 7's Paper Dolls. We got a great writer, Brian K. Vaughan. Pencilers, Pia Guerrera, Goran Zadzuka. Inker, Jose Marzan Jr. Colorist, Zadlano. and letterers Clem Robbins. Well, Last Man was created by Brian K. Vaughan and Pia Guerrera. So, thoughts, comments, concerns?
Starting to question, did I finish it? Beth doesn't show up anywhere, does she? This one is weird because I remember looking at the issues.
No, Beth does not show up because the final issue you read of this is.
Oh, yeah, she's in Paris.
Yeah, she's apparently gone to Paris, but the final issue of this is you get the monkey and kind of his backstory. And
what he's been going through.
And that ninja, catching him.
Yeah. And for I remember looking at what issues were in there.
You find out that Beth is in Paris. And then all of a sudden we get a 355's backstory.
Yeah.
They're apparently on some island with a bunch of cannibal women. And then you get Ampersand's story of where he came from. Yeah. So, we still haven't seen Beth yet.
No, I thought it was weird. And it was a weird volume. I remember looking at the table of contents when I thought I was going to have to read your collected volume. So you could read Batman on my iPad.
Yeah.
And it was like 3-issue story arc about them being in Australia, then 2 side issues.
Yeah. It kind of felt like, remember that one, maybe either 4 or 5, we had the 3, and then those last 2 issues were the women doing their play, and that's when you first see the samurai show up.
Yeah. And we thought it wasn't going to be relevant at all.
Yeah, it's apparently very relevant. Or it's become very relevant.
So yeah, it was one of those.
I did like what a big twist here was Ampersand not actually being a helping monkey. Like he actually was a mess up, or like he actually was being tested on by Dr. M, which we still don't know who Dr. M is, but was sent to our Dr. M. I always forget
Dr.
her
Man.
name. Dr. Man, but got out of his cage and now got taken in by Yorick. So again, are we under the assumption that this was all planned, this was premeditated, or are we still running with this was just an accidental boo-boo and this monkey, and then Ampersand just happened to have the cure for it?
Are we talking about the writer or in context of the story? Context
of the story.
Okay, because I was like, by the writer, this is just like, I don't know how to wrap up this curse. Let me make it scientific instead.
Yeah. The writer, he fixed Brian K. Vaughan fixed his own thing here, but like as a reader,
he wrote his way out of a corner.
Yeah, he wrote a big corner.
Yeah.
Like it does feel like he was going with it was going to be a magical curse thing, and somebody read like the first few issues and I'm like, you cannot have you can't then reverse the curse. Like you can't it's not going to bring anybody.
Like where
back.
all the dead people going to pop up to life?
So you're going to have to rewrite it in of like, oh no, this was a scientific fuck up somehow. But yeah, us reading it, where do you think, we still don't know.
I mean, obviously we got to find out what happens in Japan, but if you're 355 and Dr. Man, there's no way you let him go to Paris. Like, you got to get back over to the States and get back to the lab.
Well, first they got to get to Japan and get the monkey.
Yeah.
And then, but I think.
And then also you now have, apparently the Australian eye patch chick is kind of a secret agent still.
Not just sort of, she is. I mean, she's infiltrating group.
She's
I guess on behalf of the Australian government is trying to.
Yeah. That heartwarming love story is not so heartwarming love story.
Damn, she's good.
Yeah.
I really did think she was on their side, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh no, I'm doing this for the Australian government.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a good point in this when that editor or the writer called Yorick and took a picture of his junk.
Yeah. Didn't expect to see penis in this book.
I hadn't seen anything but boobs. Even they've been covering up his dick, and all of a sudden just full frontal. Like, oh, there's a dick.
Fair play.
Yeah. But it's just like, Okay, tell the world, the whole world will now burn more.
Yeah.
Like we will go to full scale war now
Also, you
because
are you're not a well-respected magazine.
at the same time, it's like how are you going to take it? Is the world going to go into uproar because it is real,
Hmm.
or is it like you said? I mean, you start the page off with 8 women. Literally, give her a story for a box of tea in
Yeah,
Australia, and she'll write the article for you. She'll
it'd
write
be like all
anything.
those uh, Hollywood gossip magazines
Mm-hmm.
at the front of the grocery store lines.
Yeah,
Just like, ain't nothing in that legitimate reporting.
yeah, and if you saw something saying, "Oh well, last man alive," that everybody'd be like, "Oh well, they surgically fixed a woman so that they can get a tabloid story."
Yeah.
Yeah, or something. So, um, there was
Yo,
something else.
guess what happened though? Just
What?
now,
What?
I just got my first sale on Etsy.
Ooh, good job, man.
um, for the listeners, I thought about throwing it at the end of the last episode. Um, boy is facing a possible layoff right now.
Ooh.
Company spent $15 million over budget, and they're starting to narrow down on contractors. I think I'm safe. Cross my fingers, but there's a possibility. Uh, Either I have to go out of state for a year, in which case might have to do this a lot more,
This will be a lot
um,
frequent.
or I have to like hang on in Birmingham, and while they try to hide me on projects with other already like in company inspectors. And that cuts down on the mileage I get to charge. And so, in with all that going on, I fell in the trap of all those YouTube videos of people using AI art to make stickers and sell them on Etsy. And so I started doing that. I showed Davis. I've been doing like some Star Wars stickers, some Marvel stickers, some Superman stickers. But while I was at Davis's house this weekend, before I had even made a sale, Warner Brothers took down one of the Star Wars stickers.
No,
Um,
Superman. Superman.
oh yeah, Superman. And I mean, as far as I'm aware, they're just taking it down because Etsy takes it down right away as soon as they
Yeah,
file it. Um, and I hadn't made any money off of it, so not much they could do as far as I'm aware.
yeah. Just take it down.
So right, I have some Darth Vader, some Thanos, some Superman, some Captain America on there right now, and I might put two Luffy from One Piece up there. But I
That'd be good.
played today while I was waiting on you. I was playing around in the AI software some more and came up with some more fun stuff. Like I just did a whole bunch of like psychedelic mythological creature stickers
Oh,
and
that's
stuff like
cool.
that. If come to my store in a few weeks when I get all these uploaded, you're gonna think I smoke pot, and I never have before because my dad's a cop, and now I work at a job where I can get drug tested by like 3 different people.
Yeah, seriously.
Um,
But what's
so
the
if you want to see us get high, get us monetized, so I
yeah,
don't have to worry about drug tests anymore.
seriously. What's
Um,
the link to get to you? Or
the Etsy store is called Nerdy and Niche. I'll see if I can figure out how to put a link in the description. Um, but yeah, so if you want to go buy some stickers, that would be much appreciated. I will actually, if you're cool with it, I'll put our podcast logo in there and make that a sticker people can buy.
sure. I mean, that's
All right.
ours. That's our. I mean, that's
Yeah.
legally ours. So,
And then I'll split profits with that one. So
man,
all one
right now you need
dollar
it.
or 90 cents a sticker.
You need it more than I do right now, man.
Yeah. So yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah,
But
man.
yeah, I
Cool.
apparently just got my first sale.
Cool.
So I don't know
Hey,
what you were talking about, but
always need side hustles, man.
yeah.
But, I guess the going back to the comment, the only other thing is Yorick finally got a chick pregnant
Yeah.
that lived. One of
I
the
actually
chicks
like that one.
yeah, she's
Beth.
actually pretty cool. Beth 2, as
Yeah.
I've been referring to her.
Dude, that low key when she read that letter and had the
Yeah.
wherewithal to be like, oh, he's calling it
Oh,
off because he wants
yeah.
to go, blah, blah, blah. And then it shows the letter at the end
Yeah.
and it's just her saying, hey, my sister really needs a friend right now and
Yeah.
thought you
That
could
was
use it.
That was fucking wicked. I didn't see that coming. I really did think York was being a dick, and was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Hey, it's good to know you. Sorry,
Yeah.
to never see you again. Have fun."
Yeah.
Not, "Hey, that's my sister. She's going through a hard time.
Yeah.
Help her."
Mm-hmm.
And I think you need help too. And
Yeah.
it's like shit. And without even knowing, she definitely needs help.
Yeah.
Uh, and I think it's, I don't know why I think it's funny, but I think it's funny that he's going to have a girl and it's not a boy.
Yeah.
Especially since the fucking Catholic Church
Oh,
ramped up.
that
That
was
got
so fucking
creepy,
weird.
man.
Yeah. It's
Catholic
like we're
Church
looking
been
for
going around
divine
the world.
intervention, Burris.
Yeah, they're looking for the next Jesus,
Yeah.
but not the next Jesus.
Yeah.
We they even say,
we just need someone to be the new pope so that we can get him to say it's okay for women to be pope so we can run the Catholic Church again.
yeah, so that the Catholic Church can actually be ran instead of just being stagnant right now.
Mm.
But dude, you talking about in times of turmoil, fucking church and religion just goes wild.
You would
Like,
think it'd just go out the door.
nah, man, it's almost like they double down on it. It's just,
Oh, yeah.
it's
It's just a
wicked.
test from God, dude.
Yeah, it's just always a test. It's always a test. Always stressful.
Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, he doesn't give you any more than you can handle.
No.
But either way, that got creepy. But it was cool that like you got to see like, okay, no, it's gonna be a girl. They're gonna take her to. Hopefully, they get her to Kansas to where the boy and the astronaut are that we've completely just kept forgetting about, that there is another living male, verified living male.
They're trying to keep it a secret, and it's also not old enough to reproduce yet.
Well, of course it's not, but talking about that, there is somebody that does know about the living male, and that's the Israeli that killed York's mom? Question mark?
Completely forgot about that part, but yeah.
Yeah. Because she killed the judge and jury.
As much as that mom was
trying,
involved in the first volume, I thought it was going to play such a bigger part of the story.
Dude, like I think she lost her role. Like she lost her position. Then she now has
she's like a secretary
position.
or something.
Now she
now.
got put into
Secretary
a secretary,
of State.
but now she did. But
did they, or did they leave it as cliffhanger?
They did not. Again,
did not show her die.
The old trope of comics and movies is, oh, we didn't show the death, we just heavily implied.
Yeah.
And the girl, like the Israeli, made a big point. It's like, oh, I'm not going to torture you. I'm going to do like you Americans. I'm just going to end this, and then the trigger. They have the back. But again, I don't know if that's just talking, and then she shot her in the arm, or shot her straight through the head. We don't know yet. But again, at the same time, what the fuck's it going to do? She's already given over the tracking device to follow ampersand.
Yeah.
She doesn't have it anymore. But all right, one other question. So when in the last story with ampersand, the doctors that are talking about that, the one you never see her face, that's Dr. M, or his face, whatever it is. It's talking about like, oh no, ampersand at 3:55, or like ampersand and Dr. Mann didn't just happen to get together, that they were pushed in that direction. Whose guiding hand is behind it? Or did you miss that?
Not coincidence, but more of like that monkey was meant for Dr. Mann, because
correct.
I guess, I mean, that's her parent. Dr. M is Dr. Mann's parent.
Correct.
I assume her mom.
We still just haven't been told if it is her mom or her dad yet, but
yeah. And so it sounds like they were working on similar research, if not the same thing, and that's why it was getting shipped to Dr. Mann's lab in the first place. And then I just assumed when the U.S. government was trying to figure out cloning or whatever, they were like, well, Dr. Mann was already working on, or our Dr. Mann was already working on that. Let's go try to find her.
Yeah.
I guess it is just super coincidence that it happened to go to Yorick, the only guy to survive. Who also was the son of a congresswoman or whatever.
Exactly. But it just, I mean, I just flipped to the page where Toyota, the Ninja Samurai, whatever you want to call it.
Also, can we not spend longer than like 5 seconds on that name? Even
What?
if it's a code name.
Toyota? Yeah.
Let's make the Japanese girl Toyota.
Like even 355 has more
Yeah.
ingenuity than Toyota.
Like,
Oh, she just happens to be from Japan. What is the most iconic name? Toyota.
yeah.
It's like, damn, y'all couldn't.
You couldn't
I don't
call her
know
like
anything.
Aizawa or something.
Yeah, either Mario.
Mario's Italian.
I know it is. I was just saying, it's the first word that came in my head. It'd actually been funnier if it was Italian and for
It would have
her.
been funny.
But again, we get to another week or another month of reading this volume again, and it's like, fuck. Okay, what's next? Like,
I mean,
we
three.
only got two. I think we only got
3
two
volumes left. This was 7. We got to do 8, 9, and 10.
There is a 10?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought there was only 9.
So I mean, cool.
Yeah, I mean,
we got to figure out what our continuous for October is going to be.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, we're finishing at this point, of course, but it's just like every time it's just like, oh nope, okay, what's gonna happen next? Yeah, there's book 10. Yeah, book 10. Yeah. When you get roped in, you got a lot more questions, than answers still.
Yeah.
Like the cliffhanger, like, oh, they're on.
I guess you start. I mean, there's a lot of threads. When do you start?
You got to start tying them together. You got to start tying them together. Something. I mean, next volume, right?
Next volume is going to be 8. So
yeah, I would assume. And okay,
Beth probably wrap up Hero and Beth.
Beth is now in Paris, a whole fucking literally halfway around the world.
Yeah, I feel like that's going to be one of the last ones we do, though.
Yeah, but
that's in volume 10.
That also just seems so cliche. Of the last 2 issues is he goes to Paris and he finds her on top of the Eiffel Tower, and they.
I think it'll be cut to before they make the cure,
10
though.
children or some shit. Oh yeah. Oh, you think it's before they get the cure?
Yeah.
Oh, I think the cliche will be that after.
I think he will,
like
just
after
like they said today,
a cure,
or whatever. Whenever they are duplicate whatever with ampersand, I think Beth will happen before that. I think they'll be on their way back to America, and then Yorick will, like they said in this volume, he'll be an escape artist and flee to Paris. And because that's his monkey, ampersand will be with him. And then they'll be like, God damn it, Yorick.
I guess. I mean, my whole thing is like, we're 3 years in the comic.
Yeah.
It's taken them this long to get to Australia. They still aren't to Japan. They still haven't figured out anything. It's just, are we going to get some more time jumps here? Or like when they get to Japan and find out what's wrong, then they got to get back across the Pacific, get back to, well, they got to find out their mom's dead, possibly. They got to get to Kansas.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of stuff. There is so many threads that are going to have to get pulled or tied together between.
We may never see Kansas again. Because doesn't that put a nice bow on Hero and Second Beth's storyline? That note. It's kind of
they're just going to Kansas.
Yeah, that could just be a right off into the sunset moment right there. If you just wanted to leave it alone, it really depends on what the Israelis are going to do.
I would assume they're going to Kansas to fuck shit up. I mean, they know it's there, so they're going to go back and try to fuck shit up.
Yeah.
But that's not a bad way to write it. It's like that's it. Like they're gonna go live, have plenty of medical attention, plenty of medical help, and just end it. Yeah, I mean they do ride off to the sunset. That's the red notes flapping and they're riding away.
Yeah,
that's not bad. I like that. I like it and I don't like it.
You could go either way.
Yeah, I just think there's, like you said, that was a good point. It's like there's just so much left that you're gonna have to cut some.
It's one of those where like
some storylines not getting finished here.
It was one of those where like Game of Thrones waited till like what they did 10 episode seasons. 10 or 13.
Yeah,
and they'd wait till the episode before the last to start wrapping stuff up.
Yeah.
So, but if you're ready, we can get into our quiz.
Woohoo!
I told you last night it was going to be on one of our continuous, and it's going to be all about that book.
Whew. All right.
Do you have any guesses on which one?
The first guess is I'm thinking you're doing Vader, but it's Star
No.
Wars, so you're gonna stay away from
Why would
me.
I give that to you?
I know. Saga.
No.
Oh, shit. Forget Thor. We did that.
I didn't do that as continuous.
I thought we did a continuous instead
It
of
was
a
a
back-to-back.
two-parter.
Oh, we do it back to back on that one.
Yeah.
Shit, that's the only two I can think of off the top of my head.
Scott Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim. God damn it,
Yeah.
I knew it.
Now we're doing book and movie because we did
Bitch.
both for the
You're a
show.
bitch. You know
We did
that.
both for the show.
You're a.
And I'm gonna need hands on chest where I can see them. Yeah, this is gonna be the most comfortable. I'm telling you.
There,
Yeah, that's fine.
right.
Okay. So
Right, let me get a swig before we get this shit started.
Okay. So
All right.
I have, let's see, one.
Oh, and just to recap for the audience, if I get 0 correct, Thomas gets $40. If I get 1 correct, I get 40. 2 correct, $65. 3 corrects, 100. Shoot for the moon. You gotta get all 3 right. Then you gotta go for all 5 right. If you miss the 4, you lose it all. You miss the 5, you lose it all.
I think we're both sitting at 0.
Yeah, we're both sitting at 0. I got 1 right last time to nil us.
Yeah.
Because it was like 40-0, and then there was no point in us both having 40 because that's 0. So
Yeah. Okay. So I have.
If I hit all 3, I can choose to just stop and take the 100.
Yeah. So I have, let's see, 2 that are specific to the book, 1 that is specific to the movie, and then 2 that are the same in both.
Oh, the movie and the book is the same?
Yeah.
Can I get more description on the questions from each place? Or is it pretty generalized questions?
I mean, I'll give you this. I didn't look up, so I don't think they'll be super hard. They're all off the top of my head.
Okay. That's not making me feel
They're all, I mean, it's kind of hard to explain.
All right.
There are 3 that are technically names, 4, but 1 is not a name of a person. Actually, I guess they're all technically names. 3 are people. 1 is, and then 2 have to do with the story. So.
But you fucked back.
But they are not specifically people.
Well, you know I'm bad with names, so
yeah.
I'm screwed. So,
would you like me to give you what I think is the easiest?
Sure. That's how this is going to be the best way this goes because this is going to hurt.
What city does Scott Pilgrim take place in?
Toronto, Canada.
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought you would. I think you would know Canada, but I didn't think you would know the specific city.
Yeah, because it's East Coast. It's right above New York, isn't it? Because they make a big deal about crossing over from New York.
I don't know Canadian geography.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Toronto is East Coast. Quebec is West Coast.
Okay, so pick a number between 1 and 4.
3.
3.
So I'm sitting on 1, baby. I'm not getting
Okay, this is specific to the book.
Okay.
Who are the 2 gay guys in the friend group?
One Scott Pilgrim's roommate.
And what is his name?
Garrett? No.
Does not Garrett.
Does it start with a G?
No, neither of them do.
The other gay guy is the one in the band. He was the guitarist.
That's the one I didn't think you would know.
Well, because he was straight, or they made him.
And that's why I had to specify comment, because in the movie they never got around to.
Yeah, they never got to that point. Yeah. You're going to say the names, and I'm going to get them, but I just know it's his roommate and it's the guitarist. But I'm not going to know their name.
Since you already got 40, I'm not giving those to you.
Yeah, no.
But Wallace is his roommate.
That's right.
Steven Stills. Is the bandmate.
But I would say, like, if I'd been skunked, I would have at least
I would have gave that to you.
Oh, you would give me it all?
No, I would have, like, if it was to save you from having to give me 40.
Okay. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, you can't give me that one as actual credit. No. So.
All right. So 1, 2, or 4?
4.
What band was Envy Adams in?
It's in both. He's got her was it the fourth boyfriend was in it with her? No, third.
Third.
Oh. It's not steampunk, not death punk, not shit. I can see her, I can see everybody. I can see the like the robot girl.
See, if you were a bigger fan of the movie,
it would be a big
it'd be easier because like that song they sing that's like really good, and you're like, holy shit, Brie Larson can sing. It starts at is like, Toronto, are you ready for? And it's just like I hear it every time.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get it.
Okay. Clash at Demon Head.
Damn it.
Yeah. So you got 40. You're on the 40. Board. You cannot cancel
0.
Yeah. You cannot cancel me out because I have 0.
Yeah, so I'm up.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's the first time I've been up in
forever.
Well, this year since I've been keeping record, I've never been up.
Yeah.
But you never cashed in either.
No. So I want to say I was going to be super mean now that you mentioned Todd, though. I was going to be like, who appeared first, Todd or Ramona's ex-girlfriend? Because technically, Ramona's ex-girlfriend punches Scott in the face in that alley before we get to Todd.
Yeah, because she's the secret. She's the secret because she
was like some kind of ninja or something.
Yeah, that's when she comes out of the poster, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I might have gotten that one.
Yeah.
But I may have messed up because of the movie. Like, I could have messed up on that one. But
okay, so these are probably the ones. Well, actually, if you don't get number 1 because you said his name 6 months in a row, who wrote Scott Pilgrim comic? Who wrote the Scott Pilgrim comic?
Oh shit! I don't even have it in here. I was going to
say you haven't bought him yet. He wrote Andrew.
I know. It's gonna be so bad. I don't know. So
Brian
bad.
Lee O'Malley.
Damn it, Brian Lee O'Malley. I was saying Brian. I was about to say Brian K. Vaughan, but I was like, no, that's Wild Last Man. But Brian was like, it's Brian's in both of them.
And then the one I know you wouldn't get because this is like the only role she's famous for. Who played Ramona Flowers in the movie?
Oh, well, you mean the actual actress's name?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck no, I don't know that.
Yeah, it's Mary Elizabeth Winstead. The
name sounds very familiar, though.
Yeah.
Like the Winstead name sounds familiar. I don't know if that's anything. I don't know, but
there's pretty famous Winsteads in Hollywood. Not to be confused with Weinstein.
Well,
completely different.
Completely different.
Yeah. But yeah. So you're at 40. Are you banking it or cashing it?
We'll bank right now. We're in we're in some.
Unless you,
I won't be mean to you, and there's nothing I
suddenly want me to buy you those powers things that I got.
Huh?
The powers. I guess omnibus, the soft cover ones.
Yeah.
I just don't recommend ordering them off Amazon.
What's that?
Those are the ones I sent you that came.
Yeah, they got bent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm even looking like there's nothing over there right now I would even need a 40. Like 40 doesn't really get what I want right now. So
it'll get you one of the Scott Pilgrim hardcovers.
It would.
Maybe 2. No, they're 25.
I think it's 25. So it'd be like 1 and some change. Yeah. Yeah. No, I'll bank it. I'll roll with it. So we're still clean.
Cool. Hopefully I can cancel you out next month.
Whew.
Although there is a bunch of stuff I want, so I might bank it too if I get one. No, you've come up with some pretty hard ones recently.
Yeah, you missed the original last time, but you got the what was our first continuous?
You trapped me into some Pokemon questions because I had to listen to that episode today. You trapped me into some Pokemon questions, but I don't know the games near as well as like anime and just overall lore.
Hey, something I found out from us doing this every month is we have learned like what each other don't do well.
Yeah.
But there's always at least one question we can work our way into.
Because we don't want to be
to keep us from
gigantic assholes.
Yeah, I don't want to sit here every week and like each week we both just skunk each other.
I could have literally picked everyone besides Scott Pilgrim because you obviously know Michael Cera.
Yeah, like you
could have just been like, who plays Steven Stills?
And Chris
who plays blah blah blah.
Yeah, Like you could have stayed away
Aubrey
from Chris.
Plaza, but I don't think you would remember
I wouldn't.
Julie.
I wouldn't. I would. I don't know if I remembered Audrey Plaza's name
Yeah.
like immediately, but no. I mean, we could be dicks about it. Just sit here and just go,
Yeah.
oh, what is the 12th Pokemon in Pokedex, and you'd actually know that. But
Well, see, people
12 is
think like
easy.
12 is semi easy
It'd
because
be semi
the
easy because you
first
got
9
your
are the starters.
yeah,
And
and then
so
it's
I want to say it goes to either Pidgey or
it'll
Caterpie
be
next.
Butterfree, wouldn't it?
It either goes
It's either
to
Butterfree or Beedrill.
it either I always get it mixed up. It's either goes straight to the Pidgey line or it goes to Caterpie, but I think it's Caterpie.
No,
So
it's
yeah,
I'm
it
pretty
would
sure it's
be
a no,
Butterfree.
it's Caterpie because that's the first Pokemon he encounters. Ash encounters, and it's like
Yeah, but the Pokedex doesn't go in encounter order.
no, it doesn't. But like that's a big thing. Of, like I think in the show is like, oh, this is I've seen just stuff like it's like, oh, his first encounter was the next Pokemon in the sequence. Just so happened to be
Okay.
the next.
Because I was about to say Pikachu's
Well,
like 25.
then he encounters the Beedrills after that.
Yeah. Mm.
So he's encountering like the they're not perfect, but they get pretty close to like what he's encountering.
Mm.
Let's see what
12. I guess yeah, I'd probably say Butterfree.
yeah Butterfree yeah because it would be cool to like watch like go through the anime like in the movie one more time like one time and be like, oh, how close is his?
You say that, but
Well, I mean like
sometimes they're when we talk about how Star Wars is sometimes it's like, oh yeah, this is made for kids. There's
yeah
a lot more of that in Pokemon. There's a reason why we haven't
gone back
read
and
the
rewatched it.
Pokemon manga is because I've
Dude.
read the first little group of 3 book
Yeah.
they make. It doesn't get good, or at least entertaining to from an adult's point of view until like volume 3. And so I'm not having to sit through the first 2 just to get to somewhat entertaining.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just off the top of my head, I remember watching some video like the first like 10 Pokemon encounters is like in the sequence of the Pokedex.
I'm calling BS.
I know
Pikachu is number 25.
Outside
outside
of Pikachu and
okay.
the 3 starters that he should have chosen from, because that's the first 9, and then Pikachu was given to him. Okay. He then starts encountering them like in their like Caterpie is in the Caterpie sequence.
Yeah.
The Caterpie Metapod, and then Butterfree, and then he encounters Beedrill, which would be the next 3.
Weedle.
Yeah, that would be the next Beedrill. 3, and then after that, I don't remember where it goes from there. I think that's
I think
Pidgeot.
There's a Pinsir pretty early that is definitely out of order.
See, I know it's not perfect, but it's a funny little thing.
If you base it off of like, hey, what's this episode's main Pokemon about? You're probably pretty close.
I mean, there's a Rattata that shows up early. That's the 3rd, and then you got Sparrows.
Those are all the Pokemon on the first route, so it makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, then you get the Pharaoh, and I know he never saw Pharaoh for.
There's a guy at Barstool who got a tattoo, and he basically, what he told the guy, he's like, I want a minimalistic route of Pokemon Red, and so he got the map.
So like the OG.
Yeah.
Just
he got the map.
Straight lines.
Just straight lines. The map of Kanto region in Pokemon Red.
Did it have?
He didn't think about it too much. No, it's just like the route.
Literally just the straight.
When you
lines.
pull up the map, it's like boop boop, like however you had to go. He didn't think it through. Apparently, there's one portion that sticks like he got it on his leg, on his thigh, and it where his shorts cut off at. It looks like the bottom half of a swastika.
Oh shit!
And so he'll be wearing shorts, and people walk by, and he's like, "No, it's Pokemon." I swear.
No.
Yeah,
he's gonna have to be wearing like booty shorts just to make sure.
Yeah, that or like Jinkos or something.
I saw one. It was an X-wing, big X-wing on a dude's bicep,
and
it was like the full thing, but it was pointing down, like the nose was down.
Yeah.
And you know how like right behind the cockpit, it's got the 2 bowls. Like when the wings open up, they close to make a ball. And where his shirt stopped, it looked like he had a dick hanging. It looked like he had a dick hanging out of his sleeves. And now the whole thing is the most beautiful thing you've seen. But like when he just put his shirt on, they looked at it and went, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
He had a big bicep, so his shirt was like halfway up. And it was like a dick. It was like a dick hanging out below his shirt. It's like, ooh boy.
Gotta go sleeveless from now on.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah.
But
I had my
Well,
cousin
cool.
try me today because my nephew was there and he had his Pokemon
Yeah, you had
cards.
Mother's Day today.
And one of my cousins was like, "Why do you know so much about this?" I was like, "I think you severely underestimate how much I love Pokemon." And
Yeah.
he said something snarky about that. And then I asked my sister about going up to wrestling up in Huntsville, and they can't make it. But my same cousin was like, "You mean that fake stuff?" And I was just like,
Yes.
"I was like, you're." You just turned 17. I'm 28. I've heard all this shit. You're not going to get under my skin. Just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you 17-year-old is not gonna get.
Yeah.
You're not gonna say anything I
I've
haven't
stopped
already heard.
caring what people your age think a long time
Yeah,
ago.
exactly. Stopped caring about 3 years after I got
Unless you're a listener, then I love you.
it. But yeah,
We need you to hit the subscribe button.
most definitely. Please.
Yeah.
We got one dude losing it,
Um.
might be losing his job, and one dude's got a kid. Please, we need some
Yeah.
money. We can do
Yeah.
anything.
We're a long way from 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah,
But yeah, that'll
everyone
do it
counts.
for this week. Next week, Powers Volume One.
Powers Volume 1. Woohoo.
Hopefully, Davis can
Oh,
stay asleep or
we've
stay
got a
awake
draft.
for the recording.
We've got a
Oh
draft
yeah,
to do.
pick our thing. Damn, I thought of a good draft today and forgot to type it in there. Fuck.
Do we want to pull from the drafts we've got up there?
Yes.
Wait, you want to pull from? Like, we've got like 3 drafts written down. You just want to pull from in here?
Pull from there.
All right. Let's see.
It's for the
As
effect
far
of
as
the
my fat
show.
hand can get in.
Only
Our
grab one.
draft will be top comic movies.
Ooh.
Top comic movies, folks.
The real question is how big of a dickhead is Davis going to be? Because he knows how much I love Scott Pilgrim.
Just pulled Scott Pilgrim off the list. Just first pick.
Yeah.
Just
He's just like, fuck you.
Just fuck you, motherfucker.
Fuck you for that quiz.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Hey,
that'll do it.
I got one right out of a Scott Pilgrim quiz. So
I was like, he's gonna be like, I know it's Canada, I don't remember which one. And then maybe you go Toronto.
Yeah. But sweet.
Yeah. All right. I'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.